Hi, I'm Sabrina Burrell, and today we're spending 5 minutes with Arms Boomenleg. Arms is a former DJ on 89X Radio, On the Street reporter, and host of the Noon Report for AM 800. He also writes for BizX Magazine and is the newest weatherman on A Channel News. Good morning, Arms.
Good morning.
Tell us, how did you get started in the media career?
It's a funny story. You know, I did a bunch of different jobs before I got into radio. I used to work at Mr. Sub. I ran a video game and computer store at Devonshire Mall for about 3 years. And great jobs. Just wanted to try something different. And a friend of mine, over one night, we were singing karaoke. And my friend's wife said, you should probably look at some media as a viable, way to get paid. So I went into that, and here we are. So.
Where did you go to school to get your start, your education for the career?
2 years at Specs Howard in Southfield, Michigan, radio and TV. It's funny because I got into it and I really enjoyed it. I was the guy that showed up early, stayed late, tried to get my hands on all the different types of jobs. I knew I wanted to do on air, but I also knew that it's probably beneficial for somebody on air to learn as much as they can about the different jobs. It's all about that synergy with all the different departments. So we started off there, and it was just a really great experience, really intensive work, and many nights I spent in Southfield, Michigan overnight just to make sure I was on time for class or even get there early to shoot stuff.
Where did you start initially?
I did radio at first. I was the news junkie in a class of DJs. Everybody wanted to be a DJ. So we had several different radio stations at the school, and I actually started to work at CKLW about 3 months into my program. I started doing overnight shows, just producing, make sure all the stations were on the air. And that really gave me a taste of what a radio station did versus what they were teaching you in school. So I took a lot of the news items, the different things that we did on AM 800, and did it during my newscasts on 96.3 WNLD. So it was a lot of fun. So I did a little bit of program directing at school, ran NLD for the semester, got a taste of that, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Okay. On that note, not too long ago, you actually switched from DJing on 89X Radio to working as the weather person on A Channel News. What prompted that switch in media fields?
Oh, I miss 89X. There's no doubt about it. 89X is really how I got my on-air start at Bell Media Radio. I was doing a lot of promotions and production work, and Vince Canova, our former program director, started me off doing midnights, went from midnights to weekends. Just being in the right place at the right time, but 89X allowed me to be a little bit more harder, a little bit more edgier, and I had a lot of fun on that station. What happened was the Leamington tornado of 2010 occurred, and I was on the air for my Sunday morning show on CKLW, and we stayed on the air for about an extra 4 hours after I was supposed to be off the air, just taking phone calls, talking to a lot of people, finding out what was going on firsthand, and we really infused social media with a live broadcast. This is when we really embraced Facebook. We started posting photos, people were sending in status updates. It was an all-day thing. And not soon after that, the weather position opened up. Christy Becerra, who is excellent, love her to death, she was moving into full-time reporting. And this position came up, and I applied for it, and it worked.
What do you love most about your job? I know you're an on-air personality, you do the weather, you also write for BizX Magazine. What is the part about your many jobs, actually, that you find most rewarding?
Best part about my job, whether it's on doing the weather or doing different shows, reporting news, whatever for AM 800, is the fact I get to get out there. Very much a people person. I like meeting people, I like hearing the different stories. I've always said everyone's got a story to tell, and you don't really know what people are going through until you walk a mile in their shoes. So getting to do that in my hometown and really, rolling up my sleeves and getting stuff done, it's an amazing feeling. Every day I get to meet new people here in the city who have different concerns, have different issues, have different funds that they raise for different charities, and I get to meet these people and find out their stories and really give a voice to that, whether it's on AM 800 or A News. What's great about the weather on A News is the fact that we get to highlight different things that are going on in the community each and every night. So there's a good synergy between AM 800 and A with that particular, avenue of broadcasting. But it's a great feeling. I'm very much a people person, so people come up all the time and they talk to me, and I was shopping in Zehrs probably about a week ago, and I had my baseball cap on, had my Batman hoodie on, very incognito, And a lady came up to me and she was concerned about the weather that we were going to get. So I punched up an app on my BlackBerry and I gave her a forecast in the grocery store. So, you know, it's part of the job, and I really do love it. I really love it. The people in the city are fantastic.
I have a personal question.
Sure.
You're always posting on Facebook. I'm sure you have all sorts of other social media outlets. With
Sure.
all 3 jobs that you have, where do you find time to sleep, first of all, and also have a personal life, a social life where you can just relax and be yourself instead of one of the many personas that you take?
I am very much who I am, on the air, off the air. I pride myself in that. Sometimes the voice gets pumped up a little bit more if I'm on air, but I'm very much who I am, and a lot of my off time I do spend emceeing a lot of different events here in the city, so I try to manage my time in that sense. I'm a single guy, so that allows me some freedom, which is really good. But with Facebook, it's my main social media platform. I mean, I am on Twitter. I do like Twitter. I come from the background that if people really want to find you on Facebook, they will, and they have to go through the whole friend request thing, right? So I have my BlackBerry on me 24/7. It's on nonstop. So I'll post little things here and there, little slices of life, a lot of things that we're doing at the radio station and the TV station. So I do find time to sleep. It's usually when I get done for the day, I make some dinner and I relax, try to get to the gym as much as I can, still active with my friends and family. So it's a lot of time management. It's working out very well, I think so.
Do you have any advice for graduates, maybe from this program or any other media-based program, about how they could break into the field and maybe obviously not do as much as you do right off the bat, but get a good foot in the door in order to start out and maybe kind of follow in your footsteps?
I would say to anybody who's graduating, I mean, it's a great business to be in. It's a tough business to be in. There are so many opportunities. If you want to be on air, if you want to do the on-air stuff, I say intern, try to get as much experience underneath your belt. So that way, when they are looking for somebody, you can say, I can do that, but I can also do this, that, and the other. That's how I started, was interning for 89X. I started doing promotions stateside and doing some promotions for AM 800 as well. Try to learn as much as you can, because in this business now going forward, I've found that there are so many different duties that are expected, and which is good because it keeps you busy. But if you have that as your, I would say, your armor, then going forward, there's not anything that you can't accomplish, right? I mean, everything kind of bleeds into each other now. Mm-hmm. So just work hard and then work harder and really commit yourself and love what you do.
One last question, and I know everybody out there is wondering, are you really the Batman?
I have a very big passion for comics. That's one of my what I call de-stressors. You know, painting and comics. I just recently started getting into painting, so I'm working on quite a big canvas piece right now for my parents. It's just very therapeutic. You get to just relax, and I'm doing a lot of skyline work. I'm doing some comic stuff. Huge comic fan. Really big passion for Batman. So I wouldn't say I am the Batman, but certainly I enjoy the books and I enjoy the character as a whole overall. So.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much for spending 5 minutes with us here today at the MediaPlex. For MediaPlex News Now, I'm Sabrina Burrell.